Hi, my name is Jessica Ramos, coming to you from Malvern High School in New York. We asked our students what they would do to improve education in America, and this is what we got.
I think education is important because it gives knowledge to kids and everyone about the world around us. What I mainly think is wrong with education today in our country is that when a cut needs to be made, whether financially, the government is quick to cut all the funds for our education. And I just think that is not right, because education and going to school is what makes our tomorrow's leaders, as such as our lawyers, our doctors, and our scientists, and all those things that we need to basically have an economy or anything like that.
I think education would be better in our country if, they had more activities, more trips, and more things other than just feeding knowledge into students' head that, get them excited and won't boring them so much.
If I were to make education better, I'd want students to be more accountable for their actions. I want it so that way kids would have to then work hard to earn more things in school. For instance, kids would have to be penalized if they didn't do homework or whatnot. At the same time, students should be heard. If they have problems in school, they should be heard by their counselors or their teachers. And pretty much if they have any good ideas for the school and how they can make it better, they should be heard.
I would change the American educational system by making the work understandable for the students who isn't as capable to learn as fast as other students. So we get better test grades and understand the work and learn faster when we take tests, faster test taking skills. Because most students have problem with test takings, and that's how their GPA or grades go lower, because they don't understand what they're doing, or they don't understand what's going on, or they don't have enough time, or they panic during a test.
Our education today is kind of boring. Needing more technology, more activities, because it gets kind of boring sometimes. More hands-on stuff, like more activities, more school plays, like, because we just read stuff and we not really, like, we don't want to read, we want to be hands-on, new technology, we want better food, more trips, like fairs. So that's it really, we just need more money, actually, that's what we really need in our schools today.
I feel like to make education a bit better in Mount Vernon would be to, engage the community a bit more. I feel like the teachers do enough, and that it's really up to the parents and the students and the administrators to give them the support that they need to pass on the knowledge properly from them onto us.
I think to improve education in America, even as in Mount Vernon, the district itself, I think it should be a collaborative effort between administrators and students. Administrators should be in touch with the students' needs, their learning styles, and be willing to evolve with the changing world around them.
I feel that the school system should include their students more in decisions that they make. Because sometimes when the school tells us things, we're like, that's not really what we want, and they never really incorporate what we want in the school. They just make decisions for us, which isn't how it should be run. Because then kids aren't going to want to do what they want the school to do. And it's we're kids, we know what we want, and you're adults. It's kind of there's a huge age gap, and people forget what we think about. And I think the school system should just include us more in decisions and should just, listen to us for once.
I feel that for education to be better in America, students should actually do more. They shouldn't expect things to be handed to them or given to them easily.
Today, with our inner city youth, I just believe that they all want to be a part of something much bigger than themselves. And instead of looking to the streets or to drugs or to violence as that outlet, I believe that the school should be a sanctuary in which they can come and enrich themselves and be edified through arts and drama programs, everything that would allow them to just progress as youth and to just, come above everything that is around them, all the obstacles. And so that's what I believe.
Yes, I agree with that, actually, Richard. I think that we should have more of guest speakers come and speak to us and shed their experiences on how they went through or got through their education, how that affected them in a good way. And I feel like if we have more of that in our schools, we'll be more encouraged and want to strive to do better for our education and to succeed.
I would change education in America, one, by starting with the teachers. When they're in college, I would have them being taught the right curriculum so that they could pass it on to us without any loopholes in that transfer in information. And then I would do it with the kids, where when you have the testing, all the standards are the same. So when we go off to college, we are all on the same level. There's no catching up to do, and all the loopholes will be closed. So then we can have more time of being educated than to have time, than using the time to get caught up to something that we're already supposed to know.
In my opinion, a better school in the nation, I think that extracurricular activities, there should be more to better people to actually get them ready for college and get them ready to know what they want to do.
To improve education in the U.S. and in Mount Vernon, I think that teachers should listen to students more to see what they prefer and to have better advancements in technology, because if they had technology, students would more likely have more fun in class and pay attention more.
A lot of things can be improved on how the teachers treat children. There should be more enthusiasm in class, during class time, and the teachers should be more at one with their students instead of just coming to school because they know there's a paycheck at the end of the week or 2 weeks. There should be more of interaction and helping other students become who they should be.
I think that we should all be able to work together and have people encouraging us, because without encouragement, people won't do what they should or feel like they would be able to accomplish without the encouragement. And in order to succeed, you have to want to learn more. And I think that education is like the key to life, and education should be your life because that's the only way that you can achieve in life.
We can start improving our children's education by giving our children words of wisdom when we fail or make mistakes. Encouragement will always boost a student's confidence.
I think we can improve education by teachers let a lot of kids that are slacking off fall apart. They let them go off and they don't focus on them. They focus on the kids that are doing well already. So I think if they focus on everyone, education will be a lot better.
I think to improve education, family members, parents, teachers, students need to work together to make a better learning experience and better learning environments in the classroom.